Hey fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. I'm talking to you today about my head pro stock from Ring and Roll, the customization masters. I have one regular Prestige MP here, the 1820 strung with Solinco Torbite Soft, a nice combination. I've added some lead tape because these are usually a little bit under spec, I've noticed. A few of them have been, and this one is now 330 swing weight, which is approximately what I like. Some frames I need a bit of higher swing weight when they have lower power level and a very controlled string bed. Some frames I like a slightly lower swing weight, around 3 to 6, 7. Quite particular with the swing weight, I noticed I can feel swing weight on like 1-2 points off, which is a sign that I played way too many tennis rackets over the years, I think. But yeah, so the Prestige MP 1820s here, but I got from Ring and Roll this one, the Prestige 1619. It's a pro stock. It has the code TGT345.2. .2 is the string pattern, .1 is the 1820, .2 is the 1619 in this case. The same layup as the original, that's the TGT345. They might have some other options in their pro stock lineup. This is what the pros get. They find a frame that they like, and then they get this frame and they have it matched by either a customizer, depending on how high up in the rankings they are. Otherwise they can get them from head directly, I guess, customized to their liking in cases of Andy Murray and so on. But glossy paint instead of the matte paint of the retail edition. What they did for me, I want to give them a challenge. These guys, they have worked on rackets for many years. They're much better customizers than I am, and they can do stuff that I can't. So I really thought it would be a fun experiment for the channel, for you guys, that you can go to these companies, Ring and Roll and other places. There's some sites mentioned on Tennisnerd that do these excellent customization jobs. They can change the grip shape, size, weight and balance, add silicone in the handle to some say filter out vibrations. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but yes, it might filter out a little bit, or at least change the weight and balance that way. And they can do it, hide the lead tape under the grommets, all that stuff that makes it feel more like a pro player frame. And it's not magic, it's supposed to be what you like. It helps to know what you want out of the frame. But in my case, I felt like I needed a bit more spin from my Prestige MP. I've used it for quite a while now, ever since they released it, on and off, played tournaments with it, played matches with it. It's been a go-to frame in my arsenal. It's been my favorite head frame for a while now. I've been a Prestige fan for a long time, but this one gave me a little bit more forgiveness thanks to the 98 instead of the 95 square inch head size. I like the 1820 pattern in the 98 because it gives you some spin, but not too much. When you have 95 square inches and 1820, the string pattern is usually very tight and it's tougher to generate topspin. But I still wanted to try what happens if you open up the pattern, if you get a 1619 pattern and you have a little bit longer length racket. So I wanted to try a 27.25 inch racket. It's not a it's not extended like you get ESO 98 plus or these type of plus rackets from Babola. They're always 27.5 inches. Or you get like a Serena racket, Serena Autograph from Wilson, that's 28 inches. Or the Prince, there's a Prince Phantom that I reviewed on the channel as well, that's also 28 inches. 28 inches, for me, it's becoming difficult to maneuver it. It's too powerful. It's just a very difficult racket for me to use. Great on serves, but otherwise I just feel like it's not gonna work for my game. So I just wanted to make the lowest possible extension. I mean, I could have gone even lower. I could have gone like Djokovic, like 27.1, which might have been a good idea. That's something I've tried to figure out now. Should I have gone a bit lower? Because the extra length of the racket does affect your timing, your swing weight of the racket. Obviously, I told them my favorite specs. I told them what grip shape I wanted, what grip size, and they just delivered really to perfection. So these guys are amazing. They can do with a racket what you want pretty much, and I was very happy with the services. I've used them before and I'm gonna do it again because it's always super professional. So what they did and illustrated in these pictures that you can see is that they took the Pro stock, that they have a few of these Pro stocks. Not sure how you can order them from them or how this works. Otherwise, they have a bunch of retail rackets. If you want to say, let's say you want to give a Pro Staff 97, but you want a certain spec or a certain grip, they can arrange it for you. There are other customization companies that do a really good job too, but the Ring and Roll is the one I've used the most. So that's the one I will tell you about. So I wanted a Babolat L2 grip, which sounds weird on a head frame, but it's a grip I'm pretty comfortable with. I've struggled a little bit with the TK82S grip shape. On the Prestige, I want to try something new. Still, the TK82S is better for my one-handed backhand, but for my forehand, I kind of prefer a Babolat grip. So tried an L2, that's what they did. It's a foamed L2 grip on this frame, and it's they have put calfskin leather from Head, which the pros use, many of them, not all of them. They have even have a nice customized butt cap with Ring and Roll and Tennisnerd on here, and my sticker which says the weight. So let's look at the specs. 315 grams. I wanted a bit of a lower weight when I'm gonna have the extension of the length of the frame. I don't want the 320 and then added length. It's gonna make it too cumbersome to swing, in my opinion. Swing weight, I like around 330 strong, so they made it 302, which is pretty much spot on what I like, and the balance is 31.5 centimeters, and the extended length makes that pretty head light in feel. 1619 pattern, they even strung it up for me actually. Super nice, because I was running out of time and I wanted to try it ASAP. So that's a 1619 pattern, and what happens with the 1619, it's more open. You do get a bit more lift on the ball. The holes are bigger, it's gonna grab the ball a bit better, shoot it out with a bit more of a launch angle. Still, it's a 98, it's controlled, it's a thin beam, so it's gonna give you a pretty controlled launch, but it's a little bit more spin potential, a little bit more lift over the net. That really helps. And the swing weight is higher than the retail version. Otherwise, they play very similar. I like the silicone in the handle. You do feel the dampening there. Made to increase the weight in the handle, but I also feel like silicone can can reduce vibrations, because you have some kind of filling there. If the racket is hollow, if it's already foam filled, you're fine, or filled with some other substance. But if it's a hollow handle, I feel like the vibrations can lead down to the arm sometimes, and I like to have some kind of dampening going on in the handle. I think that usually helps. So they've done that, they've done everything I asked for, and it's a sweet looking frame. Even added my logo as a sticker there, and here. So yeah, it's great. It's a very cool frame, and I've been happy using it. It is quite demanding. I feel nowadays I've been playing with like the Schwiontek frame. I've been playing with the Extreme Tour. With just a little bit of weight. I'm really trying to increase my swing speed and reduce my weight. I know some of you, when I did the V-Core Pro 97H racket review, you said I was hitting the ball kind of the best of all my videos with this frame, and I agree to one extent. But when it comes to playing matches, winning points, and over time, it just gets too sluggish. I can flatten out the ball pretty well with that frame, but for me, it's gonna get too difficult to use. Even so, with this one, a little bit at times, a little bit high in the specs, so I feel like the swing weight might be a little bit too much at times for me to handle. But I played some good tennis with it. I've enjoyed it a lot, and it's just a little bit of like an improved Prestige. Whether I would choose this one or the retail, I cannot 100% say. I need to restring this and try it with a little bit more of a control-oriented string, because now it's really increased the power with the 27.25 inches. So the power level is higher, and I would need a more controlled string setup instead of the NXT and Polytour Strike that is now in the string bed. It's a little bit lively with the NXT in the mains. I would like a Tour Bite Soft, for example, like in that racket, or another quality string, maybe Head Hawk, very controlled and so on. So I'm gonna try that as well. but it's a very nice frame to play, great feeling. Players have tried it, they felt like it is demanding, it's a prestige. Most players I give a prestige MP, they say, oh, nice feeling, great plushness, oh, I really enjoy hitting with this. But after a while they feel like, oh, it's a demanding frame to use, and that's true, it is quite a demanding frame to use. Probably too much for me, really, but when I get to the net and when I'm playing well, I just feel like it gives me more of everything, or I'm feeling I'm much more in control. So I have had a really hard time letting go of it, even though I might want just a little bit more power, a little bit more spin, like the Extreme Tour that I'm really grooving with now. But this one with some tweaks around the strings, I think I can really get into as well. Just beautiful, and I know if I need more of this and I want to switch to it, I can just ask Ring Roll to do the work, because they do a swell job to get it matched and so on, and that would be really cool. So if you're really into tennis rackets and you want like a matched experience, or you want to try how it feels to have a racket matched to like a pro or something, check out Ring and Roll. I've used them several times, as I said, and it's always been a very high quality job. They're really nice guys as well, and I hope to visit them at some point, show you how they work and what they do. And I can do that with other customizers too in the future, and other companies around tennis. Would love to travel more, show more of the game, show more of the clubs, more of the players, more of everything, to give you a flavor of tennis and inspire you to play more tennis, be healthy around your tennis, and use it as a path to have a happier life. That's really what Tennisnerd is all about. It's my vehicle to reduce stress, increase enjoyment, and get exercise. So it's something I value immensely, and I hope you do too. Well, that's all for this one. Thumbs up to Ring and Roll, masters of tennis rackets and customization. They did a swell job with this frame. Really enjoy it. If you want to support Tennisnerd, join Patreon, patreon.com/tennisnerd. If you want to buy something, check out the links in the description below. I only affiliate with brands and products I believe in, so check them out. If you buy anything through the links, I get a small commission at no cost to you, and you help Tennisnerd stay alive. I really would like to do more of this, and not only as a small part-time gig that it is now. That would be a dream come true. But that's all. Have a nice day, and don't forget to play some tennis.